Hello, everybody. Omni here. The other day, we got the teaser trailer for Punisher Season 2. Today, we actually get the full first trailer for the new season of The Punisher. And that, I don't even, I reacted and I did a little commentary on the teaser trailer, which if I had known what I was getting to when I was watching that, I probably would have avoided doing the video in the first place because it really gave us absolutely nothing to talk about. It really ended up just talking about the state of these Netflix Marvel properties and, dealing with the cancellations of Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Daredevil, and how getting knowing that though that's happening while this show was wrapping up its filming and its post-production kind of weighs in on the excitement for this, because it's just like with Daredevil, when we were watching it, we didn't know that that was going to be the end of Daredevil. With Luke Cage and Iron Fist, we kind of had the hope that maybe we'll see a Heroes for Hire come out of this, come out of the ashes of those two shows, because they ended in a way where they could have just kind of branched off the characters and did some other stories. So there was the hope that that would be something that what they were going to do. When they announced that Daredevil was getting canceled, that was the first sign that they were just chopping off that entire line, that there may or is not any future for these shows anymore on the Netflix platform with these characters, these actors that we're going to see in this way, which sucks because they were so good. And The Punisher was one of the only shows that came out of this lineup that I actually watched again right after finishing it. I really loved the first season of this show and I was really waiting for more, but knowing that what we get in this upcoming season will be it kind of weighs hard on your mind when you're kind of trying to be excited for it, especially since it's kind of short-lived too, because I was wanting to see these characters grow and evolve and go into something bigger throughout, because we got kind of like an iffy rocky start with the Defenders. It kind of, I liked it, but I know a lot of people had some mixed opinions about it. But there was a bigger world that they could have crafted out of this if there was just a lot more communication and love put into it. I think the showrunners themselves and the directors, writers that worked on the shows individually did some amazing work with their characterizations, with the actors, performances. Everything in these shows was next level, in my opinion. And it just sucks that we're not getting anything further out of this world that they built. And I'm curious to see how or if the news about what happened to the other shows actually affects the production or the filming of this or Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones was not as far along in production as Punisher was. So they might have the option to course correct or change some things in order to give us some kind of satisfying end to that season. Punisher was way farther along. It was pretty much in the final stages of being put together. As we're seeing now, we're already getting the teaser trailer and the release date for the headlines correct on this video. We'll be actually getting the release date of when the season drops. So that just tells me that they didn't know. They didn't have this. We know that Netflix didn't communicate with the teams because the Daredevil crew was in the middle of outlining and storyboarding for season 4 when they got the news that they were all done, that they got canceled. That was when when we found out, that was when they found out. So I highly doubt that the people working on the Punisher knew anything, that there wasn't going to be a future past this season. So we can only hope that they bookend this season really well, like they did with the first one. Hope they, unfortunately, if it was too far along that they can't, I really hope we don't get stuck with like some kind of really tasty, juicy like cliffhanger teaser at the end that just makes us want more, because that's just going to make it hurt more, knowing that we'll never get those answers or just see the story continue to its conclusion. So I hope that there's a definitive or at least satisfying end to this season. Otherwise, it's really hard and it's really sad to be excited, to not be as excited as you should be for something like this. But enough bummer news, enough bummery talk. We're just going to go ahead and check out the trailer and enjoy what is left and what little bit, cherish the final moments that we have in this world as we reach the climax of the Netflix Marvel universe. So let's go ahead, check out the trailer that they have for us for season 2 of The Punisher.
Someone told me once, life is just trying not to be lonely. It's like a bomb went off inside my mind.
Yeah.
Scattering all the pieces. Every time I try
Oh, he doesn't look that messed up.
Something won't fit. There's something on the edges.
Oh, come on.
Like a dark shadow waiting for me. This face
Huh.
has everything
Wait, what?
I ever did wrong written all over it. You need to let me
Does Jigsaw wear a mask?
I'm not the one who dies. I'm the one who does the killing.
Huh. Hold on. Let's take that back. I want to hear that again.
Once, life is just trying not to be lonely. It's like a bomb went off inside my mind, scattering all the pieces. Every time I try to put the pieces together, something won't fit. There's something on the edges. Someone, like a dark shadow, waiting for me.
So are we just trying to get... what pulls Frank back in? Because he gets the pardon, he gets that. We see him burning in the teaser. That he burns his pardon. His government undisclosed pardon. Or what's the word I'm looking for? Unconditional pardon. Burns it. But something puts him back out there. We don't really get anything more from it. Wasn't that January say there? There was like a word hidden in it. Is that Jigsaw or Saul something? Anyway. Yeah. That wasn't... It's still pretty cryptic. It's kind of going more it's getting us into the mindset of the characters. I'm glad we're coming straight back to Jigsaw, at least in this, because if they were going to go some other route with it, that would just kind of be, because they teased him in the end of the last season with how it all concluded. That final battle at the carnival was just visceral. At least hopefully they settle this little rivalry or whatever they have with it. I want to know what gets them into this mindset. I'm a little disappointed with the prosthetics, the scarring on Jigsaw's face. It is not that jarring. It's not nearly as I didn't expect them to go like full blown like he is in the comics, but I expected him to look a little more messed up than that, because he's aside from the scars themselves, he still looks pretty in pristine condition. There's still a lot of that pretty boy face behind there that still just kind of overpowers the scars to me. I just don't feel like the scars really take away from just the actor in general, the guy playing Jigsaw. But we're really getting into the mindset. The Punisher, Frank Castle, just really diving back into that emptiness. I guess I was kind of getting the vibe that he's, not feeling like he's got any purpose, or he's lost without his mission, it seems like. And maybe that's what drives him back into maybe Billy's drive to get revenge on Frank is what pulls him back into the line of work. Maybe, I don't know. A lot of speculation. I don't know what's going to happen. I like the feel of it. I like the way it was clipped and edited. We see like the progression toward as they kind of descend from being somewhat held together by the end, when Billy unwraps and just like reveals the face, and the inner thoughts are kind of really shown as they're falling apart and getting to where I guess we're going to be meeting up with them again in the new season. Not a lot to go off again with this. Not really anything to talk about. If they do any kind of like anything close to the level of marketing that went into the Daredevil campaign leading up to that, we get the January 18th release date of that, of the Punisher season 2, which is only in 14 days. So I don't know what other marketing we'll see up until the release. So maybe we'll see a more lengthy trailer, because I know like they gave us a whole bunch of stuff for Daredevil between like character trailers that's like focused on a specific character. We got overall story or overall season trailers. There was a whole lot going into that, but I think that was mostly because that's their flagship show, so they probably put a lot into that conclusive season for that. So I don't know how deep the marketing is going to go for this, but we'll just have to wait and see. I know for a fact once this comes out, I will be reviewing it episode by episode, or at least giving my initial reactions to it for sure on the Stardust app. So be sure if you want to check out what I think about it as I'm going through it, make sure to follow me on that. Anyway, guys, that's all for now. If you like this, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I want to know what your opinions are on this, the whole Marvel Netflix debacle, all of it. Give me your thoughts on how you feel, how this makes you feel that these shows are going away, which one's your favorite, blah, blah, blah. Anything you'd like to share, I would love to read and respond to. But aside from that, I will catch you all in the next video.